Progress.
The Plan Commission of the City of Glendale is now in session. Would everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Kennedy.
Here.
Alderman Bailey.
Here.
Commissioner Seligman. Here. Commissioner Nelson.
Here.
Commissioner Cohn.
Here.
Commissioner Sean Story.
Here.
And Commissioner Tracy Story.
Here.
I'm going to welcome Commissioner Tracy Story, who is a new commissioner appointed. Rachel Reek recently sold her home and moved. And so Tracy is filling out the remainder of that term. And Tracy Story and Sean Story are not related that we know of. So, and that was not a common last name, but the fact there's two of you with the same last name, that isn't a common one. So just make that note. All right, we have minutes from two meetings held July 5th and August 2nd. Were both sent out to us. There were a couple minor changes, so that's why we had the hard copies here at our places when we came in today. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes of both meetings, please, with the corrections?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Nelson. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Seligman. Any discussion?
I would like to ask if
You need to speak into your mic.
we should do them separately because a lot of people were not at either one of them.
So that people can abstain, you mean?
Right.
Okay. Can I have and can we change that motion to the July 5th meeting minutes? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioner Nelson. And the second was Commissioner Seligman. So just the July 5th meeting minutes. Any other discussion on the minutes? Okay, all those in favor of approving say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Any abstentions on the July 5th minutes? All right, those minutes are approved. Next, can I have a motion to approve the August 2nd minutes? Moved by Commissioner Cohn and seconded by, is that Commissioner Nelson? Did I hear?
No, I was just saying August 3rd. That's all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it August 3rd?
That's what's on the paper. I'm sorry. I was questioning. Yeah, August 3rd.
It was whatever the Wednesday was, because we had to move it because of National Night Out.
Yep, that's the 3rd.
It is the 3rd. Okay, so the agenda says the 2nd. So yes, but the minutes themselves actually say the 3rd. Okay, so can I have a motion to approve the minutes of August 3rd?
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Cohn. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Bailey. Any discussion? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Abstentions?
Abstain.
You were muted, actually. So abstentions were Commissioner Seligman, Commissioner Sean Story. Okay. So those minutes are also approved. We have 3 items of new business tonight, and then we have a public hearing. The first item of new business is discussion and consideration of a law office for Jonathan Gruhl at 7101 North Green Bay Avenue. And I will turn it over to staff for an introduction of the topic and recommendation.
Thank you. Your first item this evening is a discussion and consideration for a law office for Jonathan Gruhl for Gruhl Law Firm at 7101 North Green Bay Avenue, suite number 2. This will be essentially a law office. Currently it will just be himself, but he may have a couple extra staff in the future. Essentially basic office uses at this location. And he is.
Okay. Jonathan, are you here? No. If you could, make sure you put the microphone right in front of you. And if you don't speak into it, the people on the Zoom won't be able to hear you. So
Very good. Thank you.
thank you. So welcome. Tell us a little about your law office and why you're choosing Glendale.
Sure. I'm a Glendale resident. I've been virtual and remote for about 10 years now, and I finally am opening up a brick and mortar office. I do employment, business, real estate, and civil litigation. And next year will be 20 years in practice.
Okay. Open up to members of the commission. Any questions? None? Okay. Well, then I would entertain a motion for the commission to grant a business use approval for the law office of, for the Gruhl Law Firm at 7101 North Green Bay Avenue. Moved by Commissioner Cohen. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Tracy Story. All right, we've got two Commissioner Stories. Okay. All right, any discussion? All in favor of approving, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Motion carries. Congratulations on opening your firm, your brick and mortar firm. So yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming out tonight. Yep. Okay, the next item for consideration is discussion and consideration of an individual and family services office for Rosalind McLean, and healing starts today at 5225 North Ironwood Road. I'll turn it over to staff.
So this particular item, it again is an office. It's located, as the mayor mentioned, at an Ironwood in the one of the 3 office buildings in that location. The business, as it's indicated in the report, essentially will be a place for the various staff to actually have desks and those types of things. The unique thing in this particular business is they go to where the clients are or meet with the clients in public. They don't actually bring them to the actual office. So the office is more a place for them to do their work and those types of things, to prepare to meet the clients, those types of things. And I believe Rosalind is here if you have any questions.
Okay, thank you. Rosalind, would you like to come up? So, okay. Same tutorial on the microphone. You'll have to speak directly into it. It's a directional mic, and otherwise it doesn't pick you up. So,
Okay.
yeah. So thank you for coming out. Tell us a little bit about your business, and are you currently in business somewhere else and you're moving to Glendale, or are you starting up a new business?
Okay, so well, we got started in 2016. I was in one of their smaller offices in the building next to the one that I'm in now, but I wasn't really utilizing it. Now that we're growing, we have more providers. It's getting, kind of difficult for them just out in the community freelancing. So we kind of need like a home base. I chose the Glendale area, just a central location, somewhere that's not too far for anyone to travel. And then also a safe place.
Wonderful. Well, I'll open up to members of the commission. Any questions, members of the commission? So for your space, I know the building. So are you going to be on the first floor or the second floor?
The second floor, suite 210.
Okay. All right. I brought my kids to meetings when they were little, so I get it.
I mean, she's been at the Capitol with me everywhere. It's so bad. Today was her first day of school, and praise God.
All right. Any other questions or anything from members of the commission? Okay, we do have a recommendation from staff that we grant a business use approval for Healing Starts Today to occupy a space at 5225 North Ironwood Road. Can I get a motion, please?
Move.
Moved by Commissioner Sean Story. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Cohn. Any further discussion? Okay, all in favor of approving, please say aye.
Hi.
Opposed, no. Motion carries.
Thank you. Have a
Yep, you too. Thanks for coming out, and thank you for locating your business in Glendale. All right, the next item on our agenda is a discussion and consideration of a massage acupuncture medical facility at 1405 West Silver Spring Drive, and I will turn it over to staff.
So this particular item, this is in the building next to the car dealership that has been a longstanding veterinary clinic here in Glendale. They're moving to another location over off of Jean Nicolay. And so the property is for sale, and Lily Zorn has applied for an Oriental Massage Wellness Center. They will have a few staff and utilize the various spaces within the building. Their plan of operation is written out and attached. If you have any specific questions, I'd be glad to try to answer them for you. I do not believe they are here.
Okay. Do you know if this is an existing business that's moving to this new space, or is this a brand new startup?
I believe, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I believe my understanding was it's a new business. However, she has been practicing for a number of years. And if you read in the bio, her son has been training for acupuncture. He went to school for something different. I forgot what it is, but it's detailed in the report. But he has since taken that up. So it would be a new endeavor for him with his mother. So I would consider it kind of a new business.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from members of the commission?
John, I have one question. In the background analysis, it says based upon Ms. Zorn's written description, services offered, the use appears to be related to medical classification. What does that mean for us?
So within the zoning code, the code you'll remember in the different B districts, they actually list a number of permitted uses with approval from Planning Commission. One of them is a medical office. I think it's the fourth or fifth one is any other use similar to or approved by the Planning Commission. So it's kind of this big, large grouping. So essentially, when talking to them and reading their description, I felt comfortable that you could classify it as a medical type facility. It's not what I would consider probably your traditional Western medicine. It's more Eastern medicine, but there's a number of, I guess it kind of it would depend on how wide a definition of medical you decide that you would want to consider that. We don't define medical offices in detail. So if you define it as a larger, broader term to include Eastern medicine and those types of things, then I think it fits into that classification.
So the acupuncture and some of the wellness things would fall within that. I mean, the building is currently a veterinary clinic, so there's no
Correct.
human medicine taking place there. So we've obviously broadly defined medicine to include medicine with animals.
Correct, and veterinarian is not a specifically listed item. So it's either been there because it's been there a long time, or previous planning commissions have had approved the vet.
Other questions from members of the commission? Commissioner Nelson?
Thank you. I'm sorry. I just have one quick question about the signage. It says to repurpose or replace the current monument signage. Do we know if there is a plan to do anything with that signage currently?
They have not presented it to me, but they would have to get a sign permit, and it would need to meet our standards. So I haven't evaluated to even see if that sign's even compliant under our current code. But if they were to, if they just change the face, that's one thing. If they change the structure of it, then the whole thing would have to be compliant, and that would be handled at a staff level.
Thank you.
And then we do have guidelines for Silver Spring. So all the signage on Silver Spring has to be monument style or something low. So I would assume it's going to be it will have to be something to fit that kind of front yard at that location.
Any other questions? Okay, so we do have a recommendation from staff that we grant business use approval for Oriental Massage Oasis Oriental Wellness Center at 1405 West Silver Spring Drive. Can I get a motion, please? Moved by Commissioner Cohn.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Nelson. Any further discussion? All in favor of approving, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. The motion carries. All right, and now we have before us a public hearing. This is a request from David Hobbs Honda to change the zoning for a parcel at 6100 North Green Bay Avenue. It's a parcel behind the current car dealership, and it's currently part of a planned development. So this would be a rezoning from PD to a B4 community business district. And I'll turn it over to staff for any other explanations.
Sure. So this public hearing is to rezone the property from PD to the B1. Currently, the dealership that is parallel to Green Bay Avenue, 6100, North Green Bay, that is actually zone B1. The parking lot that actually is extends eastward, which also of the same address of 6100, is zone PD in relationship with the apartment facility to the north, which is off of it's 1633 West Bender. The dealership, what they'd like to do is build a new dealership building. That building would be located in the current parking lot that is just south of the current dealership. So the new building would be located parallel to Green Bay Avenue. In discussions with the dealership, they'd like to combine the two parcels together and have it all under one zoning. And so this rezoning request is in preparation of combining the two parcels into one parcel and then getting it all into one zoning so that sometime late 22 or sometime in 23, they would be able to apply for site modifications and a new dealership that would be located to the south of the existing dealership. The parking lot that is on, we'll call the eastern leg of the building, my understanding is nothing would change to that particular parking lot and nothing would change to the pond. So all of the future improvements would happen towards Green Bay Avenue, but the rezoning here tonight is to allow for the combination of the parcels and create the entire parcel under one zoning so that it's a more concise and coordinated project.
I do have one question. On our agenda, it says B4, and on your memo, it says B4, but you have twice tonight said B1. So what?
I'm sorry, it is B4.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to make sure that you're reading from your notes. You were
Sorry,
saying B1. So.
The last one was B1.
Okay, so
Sorry.
it is still B4.
I didn't get my head updated. Sorry.
That's fine. All right. Any questions from members of the commission before I open the public hearing? All right, then I'm now going to open the public hearing. This is regarding a request from David Hobbs Honda to change the zoning for a parcel at 6100 North Green Bay Avenue, which is behind the car dealership. Is currently part of a planned development along with the apartment complex that is on Bender Road. This is to change the zoning of that parcel from a PD to a B4 community business district. And we scheduled the public hearing at our last Plan Commission meeting a month ago. So I'm going to open the public hearing and open it up for comments from the public. Is there anyone in the chambers wishing to speak in the public hearing? Okay, seeing no one in the chambers, I'll ask, is there anyone on the Zoom that would like to speak to this item in the public hearing? If so, you may unmute and state your name and address. Okay, not seeing anyone there, so I'll do the second call. Is there anyone wishing to speak in the public hearing? And third and final call, anyone wishing to speak in the public hearing regarding the rezoning of the parcel behind David Hobbs Honda? All right, seeing there's no testimony being given, I would entertain a motion from a member of the commission to close the public hearing, please. Moved by Commissioner Bailey. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Sean Story. All those in favor of closing the public hearing, please say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. The public hearing is now closed. Before us now, having held the public hearing, we now have the before us a recommendation that we make, a motion that we recommend to the Common Council that they approve the reclassification of the land use and the rezoning from PD to a B4 community business district for the parcel at 6100 North Green Bay Avenue. Can I get a motion to that effect, please? Moved by Commissioner Cohn. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Sean Story. Is there any further discussion? All right. All those in favor of recommending to the Common Council the rezoning, please say aye.
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 Opposed, no. Motion carries. The rezoning is recommended to the Common Council. John, do you know, will this make it on Monday's meeting? Will we get it to Carl by tomorrow so they can go on the agenda?
Yeah, I will finish it up tomorrow. It will be on the agenda for Monday. And then if city council schedules the public hearing, that would be probably early October.
And on the rezonings, I think there's one that has to happen, right?
Correct.
Common council doesn't necessarily have to. If they want to, they can.
Correct.
They could consider it Monday night, or they could call for a hearing a month later.
Correct. I believe so. I'll double check.
Yeah. Okay. I think as we've done these through the years, the only one that required a hearing at both places was change of land use. And that was.
Yeah, that would be a comprehensive plan map amendment. That'd be a little different process. Yes.
Yeah. So we had those 8 homes on Port Washington Road that wanted to be rezoned as business. We were required to have the multiple public hearings.
Yes, probably because the comp plan probably had those as residential. So you had, in order to rezone your land use plan, the rezoning has to concur with the land use plan. So it makes sense. You probably had to make that first tweak and then do the second one.
Okay, thank you. All right, then we've now concluded all of our business for this evening. Just a reminder that our next meeting will be on Tuesday, October the 4th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. And I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Commissioner Sean Story. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Tracy Story. All those in favor of adjourning, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We stand adjourned.